Welcome back, Kryptonite listeners. I'm Kryptonite, and today we're diving into one of the most electrifying debates in the automotive world. Why is the EREV the best vehicle option out there? If you've ever wondered how to get the best of both worlds, electric and gasoline, without the trade-offs, then buckle up. This episode is going to take you on a ride through the future of driving, and trust me, you won't want to miss a second of it. Segment 1, Setting the Scene, the Electric Revolution. Alright, let's set the stage. We're living in an era where the electric vehicle, or EV, is no longer just a concept or a luxury, it's becoming a mainstream reality. EVs promise a cleaner, greener future with zero tailpipe emissions, instant torque, and that smooth, silent ride we've all come to love. But as much as we rave about EVs, there's one little thing that still gives many drivers pause: range anxiety. You know, that nagging fear of running out of battery power before you reach your destination. Enter the hero of our story, the EREV, or Extended Range Electric Vehicle. It's like the trusty sidekick that has your back when the going gets tough. But what exactly makes an EREV stand out from the crowd? Let's break it down. Segment 2, the basics of EREVs. What are they? So, what exactly is an EREV? Think of it as the perfect blend between an EV and a traditional hybrid. An EREV primarily runs on electricity, just like an EV, but it's equipped with a small gasoline engine. Now, here's where it gets interesting: the gasoline engine in an EREV doesn't drive the wheels directly. Instead, it acts as a generator, producing electricity to recharge the battery when it runs low. This means you can enjoy the benefits of electric driving most of the time, but when you need to go the extra mile, literally, the gasoline engine kicks in to keep you moving. It's like having a safety net that ensures you never have to worry about getting stranded. Segment 3, Extended Range, Freedom to Explore. Let's talk about one of the biggest advantages of EREVs, the extended driving range. With a pure EV, you're limited to the range of your battery. Depending on the model, that might be anywhere from 100 to 300 miles on a single charge. But what happens if you're planning a road trip or just don't have access to a charging station? That's where the EREV really shines. Once your battery runs low, the gasoline engine steps in to generate electricity, extending your range significantly. You could drive hundreds of miles more without having to stop and charge, giving you the freedom to explore without the constraints of charging infrastructure. It's the best of both worlds: electric efficiency for your daily commute, and the freedom to roam for those longer journeys. Segment 4, Addressing Range Anxiety, a game changer. Range anxiety, it's a term that gets thrown around a lot when we talk about EVs. And for good reason. Nobody wants to be stuck on the side of the road with a dead battery, miles away from the nearest charging station. With an EREV, that anxiety is virtually eliminated. You can drive confidently, knowing that even if your battery runs low, the gasoline engine is there to back you up. This makes EREVs an ideal choice for those who are excited about going electric but still have reservations about range. It's like having a plan B that's always ready when you need it. Segment 5, Cost Efficiency, Saving Money on Fuel. Now, let's dive into the dollars and cents of it all. One of the biggest advantages of driving an electric vehicle is the lower cost of fuel. Charging up is generally much cheaper than filling up a tank of gasoline. With an EREV, you get to take full advantage of those savings. Most of your driving, especially for short commutes and errands, will be powered by electricity, which means lower fuel costs. But the real beauty of an EREV is that you don't have to worry about the higher costs of a long road trip. While you might need to use some gasoline on those longer drives, it's still more cost-effective than relying entirely on gasoline or diesel. Plus, the savings on maintenance, thanks to fewer moving parts and less wear and tear, can add up over time. Segment 6, Environmental Impact, Driving Green. Let's not forget why many of us are considering electric vehicles in the first place: the environmental impact. We all know that EVs produce zero tailpipe emissions, making them a much greener option compared to traditional vehicles. EREVs share this benefit when running on electricity, but even when the gasoline engine is in use, the emissions are typically lower than those of a conventional car. This means you're doing your part to reduce pollution and combat climate change without sacrificing the convenience and peace of mind that comes with having a backup engine. It's a win-win for you and the planet. Segment 7. Charging flexibility, the best of both worlds. Charging can be a sticking point for some potential EV buyers. While charging infrastructure is improving rapidly, it's not yet as ubiquitous as gas stations. With an EREV, you have the flexibility to charge at home, at work, or at public charging stations, just like an EV. But if you're on a long trip or in an area with limited charging options, you can rely on the gasoline engine to keep you going. This flexibility makes EREVs a practical choice for those who want to embrace electric driving without being tied to charging infrastructure. Segment 8. The driving experience, smooth and responsive. Now, let's talk about the driving experience. One of the most exciting things about electric vehicles is the way they drive, smooth, quiet, and incredibly responsive. EREVs offer that same exhilarating experience. The electric motor delivers instant torque, giving you quick acceleration and a feeling of power at your fingertips. And because the gasoline engine in an EREV is used to generate electricity rather than drive the wheels, the transition between electric and gasoline power is seamless. You get all the benefits of electric driving with the added security of a backup plan. Segment 9. Maintenance and longevity, less is more. Another often overlooked benefit of EREVs is the lower maintenance costs. Electric vehicles, in general, have fewer moving parts than traditional gasoline cars, which means there's less that can go wrong. No oil changes, no exhaust system issues, and fewer parts to replace over time. EREVs share these benefits, and since the gasoline engine is only used as a generator, it experiences less wear and tear compared to a traditional engine. This can lead to a longer lifespan for your vehicle and fewer trips to the mechanic. Who doesn't love that? Segment 10. The future of driving, why EREV is the best. So, why is the EREV the best option? In a nutshell, it's all about versatility and peace of mind. You get the clean, efficient driving of an electric vehicle for your everyday needs, with the freedom to go further when you need to. There's no range anxiety, no compromises on driving experience, and you're still making a positive impact on the environment. As we move toward a future dominated by electric mobility, EREVs offer a smart, practical choice for those who want the best of both worlds. Whether you're a daily commuter, a road trip enthusiast, or someone who just wants a reliable, future-proof vehicle, an EREV could be the perfect match for you. That's it for today's episode of Kryptonite. We've explored why EREVs might just be the superhero of the automotive world, delivering the best of electric driving without the limitations. If you're considering your next vehicle, keep the EREV on your radar. It might just be the game changer you've been looking for. Got questions or comments? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us a line, share your thoughts, and let's keep the conversation going. And don't forget to tune in next week. Stay charged, stay informed, and keep exploring the future with Kryptonite.